Hi and welcome along to AFTV. Big game today. Arsenal versus Manchester United. This is like a shootout for the top four. Brought to you today by Holloway Pizza. Don't forget, you can get 20% off, right? Their special Gunners Pizza that they're making today, which is available at the Holloway store, right? Use the code AFTV20. You can use that code AFTV20 and get 20% off their pizzas anywhere, but they're doing the special Gunners Pizza at the Holloway store. Ty, no, yeah, see, I see you clapping.
I'm coming for a meal.
You be down there quick, innit? You be down there quick for that pizza, innit?
Actually, I want to go now. Can we cut this short? No, that's joking.
And there are going to be actually, you're going to miss out on this, right? Because there are going to be some pizzas arriving just in time for the start of the watch along, right? So the guys that are on the watch along.
Who's on the watch along?
Well, Cecil's on. He seems jumping up and down.
Cecil.
You know what I mean?
Cecil's on the watch along and the pizzas are here.
Shooting guys back in the house. Lee is on the watch along. Charlene, right? So
I don't want.
Can we get some?
I don't know.
You save me some, please.
Listen, if we win the game, if we win the game, we're all going down to the Holloway branch.
Okay.
Right, and we're all getting the Gunners. They made a special Gunners pizza today.
Okay.
Right, and we'll all get a couple of those to celebrate.
All right, cool.
All right. Yeah, that's deal.
That's deal.
Only if Arsenal win, but Cecil gets a win, lose or draw. I just hate that man. I just absolutely hate that man.
No. Listen, the judge, you're trolling. You can't hate Cecil, man.
No, I do.
Cecil's one of the nicest people. You can't hate
Medium
Cecil.
shorts. He's an absolute.
So what?
I can't stand the man. Right?
But anyway, listen.
You can't hate on Cecil, man.
Don't forget, all right. So listen, thanks to the guys from Holloway Pizza. Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
We are here, of course, for the starting 11. And it's going to be really interesting to see what the starting 11 is on both teams today. I'm really interested to see what Man United's is going to be as well, because there's a lot of questions. Will Ronaldo start? Of course, you know, we know the tragic news that he's had, but he has been back in training, so it looks like he's going to start. There's also, you know, will Maguire start? You know what I mean? The shocking stuff that's gone on around him and bomb threats to him and stuff like that.
No, that's ridiculous.
Will he start the game?
Ridiculous.
So it's going to be interesting to see what the Manchester United lineup is. But this is a huge game, guys.
Yeah.
I look on the game and I say to myself, if Arsenal win today, we go 6 points above United.
Yes.
Right? And we played a game less than them.
Whoa.
That literally,
That's superb.
I think that kind of puts them out of the top four race. It really does.
Yeah.
So it's a vital game for them, and it's a vital game for us. And then again, if we win today, put pressure on Tottenham, who's got the game at 5:30 away at Brentford. That is not an easy game on paper.
No,
you look on it, you say Brentford. They've been playing really well.
Really well.
They've taken some big scalps at their stadium, including ours. Remember.
Yeah.
So that's a massive game. Can we put pressure on them? I mean, can we, Ty?
Of course. Obviously, it's going to be a difficult game. I mean, at Old Trafford, there's no way we should have lost at Old Trafford. I don't know what happened there. But I thought we played very, very well. But, you know, the win against Chelsea has changed everything. It's changed everything. It's hopefully changed our mindset, you know. We can score goals, which we weren't. And we're confident. And why not? You know, obviously, it's sad what's happened to Ronaldo. And I don't know if he's going to play. Don't know what his frame of mind will be like. You know, so but we just have to win. But what we have to do is have to make sure we don't make the same mistakes we made at Old Trafford, because I thought we bossed that game. How we even didn't win, I'll never know. You know.
Well, Ronaldo, and that's the thing about it, and that's the thing this season, isn't it, Lee? That they've got, right? No matter how badly. I mean, listen, I saw their game during the week against Liverpool. They were dreadful. I mean, there was players there that looked like they'd given up. They weren't even trying, right? Which for a game of that magnitude and the fact that's like a derby game for them, right? That was unacceptable. But what they've got is players that if you give them a moment, they'll turn up in that moment.
Yeah, they've got match winners.
Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, De Gea in goal. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? They've got quality, haven't they?
Yeah, exactly. I remember, was it a few years ago, we absolutely smashed Man United and lost 3-1. Because of De Gea, we made save after save.
Yeah.
So you know you've got to you've got to give the respect to Man United tonight. People saying 2-3-0 and all that, like, you know. I wish, you know, but I'll take a scrappy 1-0 win now. What we've got to do after the madness of the Chelsea game, because that we needed to get back into the top 4 race. We needed to beat Chelsea, not draw, beat them. Done that. Got to back it up today. There's no good going and beat Chelsea and then like slipping up at home again, like, you know, and putting in a poor performance. I want to see us on the front foot. I don't want to see Ben White holding the ball and standing on it and then playing another pass to Gabriel. 66 passes later, it's still back where it is. I want us to be right going for it. I'll tell you what, like Liverpool did against Man United. I know like we're not in the same sort of league as them at the moment, but they took it to them that first 20 minutes, game over. We've got to do exactly the same today.
Yeah, we've got to be ruthless. Ozev says, Robbie, thank you for the great pre-match programme. All the Gooners here in America appreciate AFTV a lot. You're better than ESPN FC for the fans. And
of course,
want
and we
to
get
follow
free
the
pizza.
Arsenal. Just keep up the great work. And he says, we will get the 3 points today. Thank you very much for that, Ozev.
Let's hope so.
And another
Obviously,
super
other
chat
channels are
here.
available.
Another super chat here. Christian G says, morning, guys. It's 5 a.m.
Wow, well done.
And I'm up, he says, but hopefully, he says, I don't know why I'm up, but he says, hopefully we can win the game comfortably.
Hopefully.
Big up to everybody there.
Thank you, big up
fans
to you
from
as well.
all around the world ready for this game. It's a big game, isn't it? Massive game. A lot of the United fans, when you're speaking to them, they're a bit doom and gloom about the game, right? But we know they've got the players that can turn up, as I said.
Yeah, they've got the players that, if they turn up, we're going to be, I wouldn't say in trouble, but we're going to be challenged. Something Ty said earlier is he doesn't know how we lost at Old Trafford. We lost at Old Trafford because we gave them too much respect. We looked at the fact that they're Man United. We didn't look at what was in front of us. And coupled with that, we made some very poor mistakes, which was the Odegaard penalty giveaway.
Yeah.
And that kind of changed things. We, as far as I'm concerned, we are better than United.
Yeah.
But when they looked at, we're at Old Trafford, we're playing Manchester United, they looked at the institution rather than the players that were in front of them. And also things went their way that night. And it was very, very fine margins.
Yeah, it did, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, today I'm hoping it will go our way.
Well,
and
let's
it won't be such fine margins.
No.
Because if we base it on what we've seen this week, there's two things that has excited me this week. Well, more than two things, but two things I'm going to mention. Number one, Arsenal's performance. And number two, Man United's performance.
I want to know what the other excitement was.
Actually, no.
If it's not to do with football, this isn't a show.
Yeah,
If it's not to do with football,
I'd like to stay on
the
the
guys
channel
from
for a while,
Fireaway
yeah.
Pizza will not like that. Right.
I thought that was the third one to say he's got free pizza. And I thought that was what he was going to say.
But yeah, you are right. You know what I mean? It was an exciting performance the other day by Arsenal. It was.
Yeah,
right?
brilliant,
but
superb.
we've got to replicate that again today. That performance the other day against Chelsea, what I liked about it was brave.
Yeah.
Yes.
They went there, they were brave. I think that was epitomised by the second goal.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, Granit Xhaka, what are you doing? And he does a little nutmeg and stuff like that.
Wow.
But it was brave football, and that led to a goal.
Absolutely.
And that's what we've got to do today. We've got to be brave. And like you said, I agree with you. We kind of went there last time at Old Trafford, and we're kind of like, oh, it's Man United or Ronaldo or this, that. We've got to just go there and just say, you know what, we need the 3 points today. At home today. I know we're at home, that's all we're here. Right?
No, I'm saying
right, he goes, we got.
I know what you meant, Si.
We got to want these 3 points. We really got to want these 3 points. Sachiv says, as a Man United fan, big up to Robbie and Ty. Don't complain about referees. He says.
Don't complain about referees. Don't complain about referees because Manchester United fans don't do that. They never complain. Ferguson never complained. No, no, he didn't, did he?
And this guy here, I can't pronounce his name. Disharix. Anyway, he says hopefully Tomiyasu is back.
Well, he's in,
Tomiyasu
in the squad.
is a possibility that he could be back. You think he might come in today?
Is he fit enough though? Is the question.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I don't think today's the game to bring him in.
If he's fit, he could actually start today, I think, because I think we've got to change that. Well, you know.
Okay.
Would you go back to a 4 today? Of course, we had a...
I know this sounds silly, even though it's a great win against Chelsea, you've got to change the team today because it's a different, way of playing. You know, the way Chelsea played were very, very high up.
Yeah.
Like, you know, in fact, even higher. They actually, if you ever look at Chelsea, they played even beyond the halfway line, you know. So that means there's a lot of space in behind and everything like
Yeah.
that. And we went there with a defensive sort of attitude. Now Manchester United, I think, will come there and be a little bit more deeper, and that means the emphasis is on us to attack instead of counter-attacking. I think the way we set up and played with the counter-attack on Wednesday night was fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't think we would be doing much counter-attacking football today. So it's important we get the first goal. Where we get the first goal is from the wide areas.
So talk to me about your team. And just before we do, Lee Southey with another super chat says massive game today. Big up tracksuit tie, 1-0 to the Arsenal. He says.
Big up.
And there's another guy here who's saying
hope
something
so.
about a rumour of an injury to Xhaka, which I'm hoping that's not true.
That's not true.
What? Talk to me about your team today.
I think that, you know, there's a thing in football. I'll never change a winning team. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there is also the thing for horses for courses. So I think that there will be a couple of changes today. One maybe for freshening it up, and two, I think that we need to change the format. I think if
What would your changes be?
I'll bring Cedric back in.
Yeah.
Right. And
So-
I would
Cedric in at right back.
Yeah.
In a 4.
in a 4. Ben White going back to central defence, even though Holding done okay.
Yeah.
But it's a different game. That's
Yeah.
what I do. So we need the players bombing on attack.
Yeah.
I would keep the same team. For me, El Neni and Xhaka, if fit now, them two play to the end of the season. Every single game with them two as the pivot.
Okay.
And I would just freshen it up. The big decision that Mikel's got is what he does up front. I think Saka and Smith Rowe are probably certainties. But if we're going to play, if Man United drop deep, we're going to need someone to be creative in that middle of the field, someone to drop in. So Lacazette actually could come in today because of that. But, you know, the big call is like...
Lacazette?
Well, no, because what if
No disrespect to Lacazette.
No, but the thing with
Eddie's
Eddie...
just scored two
Two
goals.
goals. I don't think
Yeah, but with Eddie with 2 goals, it's because they were pushing on and it plays into his game. If they drop back, you ain't going to have Eddie's pace is not going to be as potent as what it was in that game
Well,
there.
the second goal wasn't just potent pace.
No.
It was
So
brilliant
it
poacher's goal.
was a poacher, but there's still, if you look back on it, it's still a ball over the top from when they'd pushed up on it.
Well, what would you do? You're saying you'd leave Eddie out?
I'm not saying that.
That's exactly what you say.
I think they're freshening it up.
Okay.
If it was
Well,
me
what would
today,
what would your front
I
three
mean,
do?
Martinelli would come in today
Right.
instead of Eddie and do exactly what they done on
So Martinelli instead of Eddie?
and then freshen it up, just because it's pure freshening out.
Oh, interesting. That's interesting.
What do you say to that?
2 games in 2 days, 3 games.
So?
Yeah.
Man, so it's his first start. Second start all season?
Yeah. Well, you know.
He must be. He'll be at home.
He's on fire.
He could probably
Listen,
have
he
played the
won't
next
do that.
day.
He won't do that. But I'm saying that, you know what I mean. Like this is we got all I'm saying is that I think when you got 2
Who you
games
resting
in
for?
2 games in 3 days, you know what I mean. Like listen, he put in a shift by the way the other day.
He did. Everyone did.
So you know, it'd be harsh on Eddie if I'll be honest.
Oh,
It'd be
you
harsh
can't
on
put
him.
There's no way. I don't know. Would you? What would your front three be?
I'd keep Eddie in. I'd keep Eddie in for that.
So what's your front three?
I think the confidence is high. I'd keep the same. I'd probably look to use Martinelli off the bench.
Yeah.
If it's not going to plan.
He hasn't scored for a while, Martinelli,
but
has he?
If it's not going to plan, I would look to bring him on earlier because I know Arteta and a lot of managers they like to bring in players with 20 minutes to go. I'd look to bring him on earlier, maybe give him at least half an hour, 35 minutes, even maybe at half time if it's not going to plan. I'm not convinced that I understand what you're saying about United and Chelsea, the different way they play. But when you look at the league table, United have got to come in here and win. It's a must win for them. So I don't think they're going to be as defensive as usual. They can't afford a draw because if a draw's no good to them, I think they're pretty much out of it with a draw, and that will only lead to the advantage for Tottenham.
All right, let me just do a couple of super chats here.
Okay,
Benny says, USA Gooners showing up early in the morning, just like our national team will do in November. He keeps picking that up. Let's get the big W and get that top 4, says Benny.
Let's hope so.
And Andrew S says, I like El Neni. He's good, reliable squad player.
Yes.
Would you give him a new contract?
Yes.
And Harrison says, Chelsea fan here, congratulations on your richly deserved win at Stamford
Thank you very
Bridge.
much.
Good luck to you lot in the remaining matches.
Thank you, same to you.
And was there one
Where's the
more
catch? There must be a catch.
here? There's no catch. There's
Wow.
no catch.
Oh, I've got to say,
generally-
Chelsea fans were gracious after the game.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah.
good. That's good. That's nice to
And
see.
With you, Ty,
Yeah.
what about you? Do you stick with the same team?
Absolutely. I do hear what Lee's saying about possible fatigue, but like you said, Eddie has hardly played, and he must be raring to go.
Yeah.
He must be after scoring 2 goals against. I didn't even realise he was in the Chelsea. I didn't know he was in the Chelsea academy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So scoring 2
He was
goals.
at Chelsea's. I think he's another one who was at Chelsea's what they call their development squad.
Okay.
So it's like a.
He left when he was 16.
It's
Right.
like when you're just
Under the one.
underneath the main academy.
Yes,
And,
right, okay.
Yeah. So. And Arsenal, they let him go, and Arsenal nicked him.
Yeah, that's
Same
right.
with Smith Rowe.
Emil
Smith
as well,
Rowe,
yeah,
same
yeah.
thing.
No, I understand what Lee's saying, but there's no. Unless Eddie's injured, he has to start today because
Yeah.
he's absolutely on fire. And he must be actually buzzing, and he could even score more than 2
Yeah, I listen to me.
on Wednesday.
The guy must be chomping at the
Yeah.
bit. He's hungry. That's what we need. I can't see, unless he's picked up a knock or something. He starts for me, right? Because he scored. He's just off the back of 2 goals. I wouldn't even put in Lacazette. I hear what you're saying, Lee. I know, and you are right. Lee is right.
He is
this
right,
is
of
going to
course.
be a different type of game.
It will be.
Because they are going to set up differently. It's not
Yeah.
going to be. I very much doubt they're going to come with any big high line because looking at United, they've just not played like that, have they?
No,
They've just not played like that at all.
I see what Julian's saying, but you could actually say that about Arsenal on Wednesday night. You know what I mean? Like, we had to win that game, but we went in with a defensive thing to hit them on the counter-attack, The thing is, football, Man United will come here today. I'm not saying they're going to be defensive, but Arsenal, they'll look at it and say, look, let's push Arsenal on, and we go from there. It's like when we go to Spurs in a few weeks' time, if Arsenal go gun-ho against... I'll be
Which we
fuming.
won't, we
I'll be
won't, we
fuming.
won't.
We as a side have got to sit back, let them come forward, and then hit them on the break,
Yeah.
because that's where it's down. Like what Man United will be doing that today. I think Man United will look at it today, and feel that let's Arsenal go forward and we can exploit it with certain players, and they have got players that can do that.
Well, it's the Ronaldo thing, isn't it? Right? It's Cristiano Ronaldo's back in. He's their top goal scorer by a mile. And how many times this season have we seen him just, their last game, the one before the Liverpool game, he scored a hat-trick. You know what I mean?
I think he scored 21 goals.
Yeah, I mean, he's
37 years of age. He's a freak.
37.
He's an absolute freak
And
of
you
nature.
give him any chances around the box, and if you're not on it,
Yeah.
he will punish you. Right? He's an individual that's he's like a walking team. Right?
Yeah.
So we've got to deal with him.
Yeah.
But I think we need goals because, we did even the other night we conceded 2 goals.
That's been the big worry for me, and a big thing for me over the last few weeks or all season. And I gets me a little bit down when people want to criticise Mikel, saying, go on to stats about the defending. Our defending has improved. We're a much more solid base. We've actually, in the last 2-3 weeks now, lost both fullbacks. And I don't care what anybody says, whether you're Manchester United, Manchester City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and whatever. If your best two fullbacks go out of the game, the backups are not going to be as good. Don't matter where you are in the world, your backup fullbacks are not going to be good because they're backup fullbacks for a reason. And we've got them in there, and that's just made us a little bit vulnerable. So I think that because of that, Manchester United probably will score today. So we've got to make sure we get a couple of
they will.
goals.
And
They could.
on top of that, you've got Partey missing, who's
Yes.
the main cover in front of the defence. And in addition to that, one thing I'm a little bit concerned about, and only a little bit concerned at the moment, is Ramsdale's form. He seems to have dropped off a little bit. So there could be a shout for Leno at the moment.
Do you think so?
It's
Do you think that's down to his niggling injury or something? Because he had that
I'm
injury.
not sure. It all
He was
stemmed
awful
from that.
for that first 20 minutes in the
Yeah.
game against
Do you
Chelsea.
think he should have? There's a lot of people saying he should have saved that first goal.
It seems to be in slow motion.
Saved it.
It's a
He could have
deflection, though.
He could
And a
have
cup of
controlled
tea,
it, picked it, flicked it up off his head.
But he did get
I
deflected.
disagree.
He did get
Awful.
deflected. He did get.
I disagree,
awful.
right?
It was
That-
massively deflected. But
There's a massive deflection
Nah.
on it, and he's got a player right in front of his eye line, right? And you see him, he sees it at the last minute, and then he reacts. I don't know, I didn't
It
think...
was-
I
it was
thought that
tricky,
was
but-
harsh.
No,
I think if he did save that, that'd be like a wonder save.
Yeah.
You're being too kind.
You thought you thought that was an easy save.
I wouldn't say it was easy, but I thought
it was easy.
Well, you said he could have. You said he could have picked it up. And things like that.
No, I'm sorry. When I said, I thought first thing I said.
Have you watched it back?
Yeah, I've watched it back, and I say it now, and I state it now. He should have saved it, and I bet if you had him in there, he'd turn around and say the same. I looked at it first thing when I see it, and I weren't the only one that said it because at half time and all that. He should have saved it.
Do you think you should have saved it, Ty?
We won't say with this.
I don't think so.
That's the point of asking him, like, asking what pizza he want your answer straight away. Like, you know what I mean? What flavour? What do you want on your pizza?
You thought you should have saved it as well.
But then the other part of that
I think if he saves that, it's a wonder save.
Put it in the chat.
just
Think
seems
he should
to
have
wonder
saved it. Oh, wonder save. What is the matter with you, like, wonder save?
Honestly, listen.
Is there a different screen in here when he ran on the
The ball's being hit, right? So he's lined up to. The ball's being
They
hit.
train for that every day,
Right,
Rob.
it hits a massive deflection, loops.
Massive deflection, yep.
Loops, and then if you watch it, right,
didn't
holding,
loop,
I think
he
it's
just-
holding is in front of it, right, he's right in front of it,
Spinning
and
as
then
well,
it just
Robert,
misses.
spinning as well.
It just misses him, and he's caught completely off balance. I don't
He is.
think that was an
He
easy call.
didn't seem to move
I think if he
one way.
saved that would have been. Yeah, because he's going
He's
to
on
the
his
initial.
heels.
I think you lot have been. I don't know, you guys in the chat will say.
I think the judge has been harsh, but
Yeah.
what I do agree with.
No, hold on, before you do that, let me do a couple of super chats here. Sachiv says, may the best team win.
No.
And he
Well,
says
I
he's a
don't know
Man
about
United
Sus-
fan.
well, I don't know about that.
And then a couple of fans here from other
no,
clubs
but
here.
you're saying
And
that.
Alex,
We hope we're the worst team
Yeah.
and we win then.
Yeah.
Don't try and come with no mind games.
oh, steady on, the guy's trying to be
He's the
being
best
nice.
team. No, because the thing is, we were the best. We've been the best team before.
Bloody hell, what's up with this guy?
He's
What's
the
up?
guy
excited.
said, may
Yeah.
may the best team win.
Yeah, but the best
What's
team.
wrong with saying that?
No, because the best team doesn't always win the game, do they?
Yeah, I know, but you know, what's wrong
Exactly.
with him?
So he's trying to. No. Whatever, man. Listen, I hope we're the worst team and we win. I'm sorry, I hope we're the worst team and we
There's
win.
no hope. No hope, mate.
He's not gracious.
He's completely
I'm not gracious.
ungracious. Alex
Whatever.
Hutchinson, all right, here's another one. Alex
Okay.
Hutchinson,
Yeah.
Spurs fan here.
Yeah,
he
what do
says.
you want? What do you want? What are you doing? What are you watching us for? No.
Listen, be quiet, man. Spurs fan here. He says
Yeah.
it's going to be an interesting end of the season between Spurs and the Gunners.
It will
He
be.
says, I humbly accept that if you win today, you'll get top four. That's what he's saying.
Wow, that's very kind of him.
No.
But
Listen,
we're
it's
not
still, listen, I
We're
think
not
that's
falling for
ridiculous
that
to say
either.
because,
Yeah.
you know,
They are
we've
still
lost our
favourites.
last 3 games and we're still in with the shout. They're still favourites.
Yeah.
Mark T says, my predicted lineup, he goes, Ramsdale, wonder save needed, he's put it in brackets. Nuno Tavares, Gabriel, Benjamin White, Tommy Asu if fit, Xhaka El Neni, Martinelli, Odegaard, Saka, and Nketiah.
So he's leaving out Smith Rowe.
Yeah, I would.
Interesting.
I mean, I know
Gabriel
everybody
scored as
loves
well.
Martinelli. I know everybody
superb.
loves Martinelli.
Game was superb.
I'm interested to find out when was the last time he scored.
Was it
get me
against Leeds? Was
started.
it against Leeds or Norwich?
No, it was.
He ain't scored for a bit, has he?
No, it was the
Wolves?
Watford game.
Yeah, Watford game.
Watford
Won
game.
the goal, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Watford,
yeah.
yeah.
He hasn't really, had that many.
He hasn't scored a lot of goals.
Didn't
as
play
well.
a game.
I mean,
Yeah, but he creates a lot.
Exactly, he's been integral.
no,
more the
listen, I
creator.
loved him. We all love him, right? But at the end of the day,
Well, it
right?
don't sound like it.
What do you mean?
No, but at the, no, but you
I love
just
him.
you lot want to put players in because you love them. I'm saying you've got 3 guys.
You've
got 3 guys.
We got Robert.
You've got 3 players. They went to Chelsea.
I want to know
right?
what you're watching. Wonder saves and whatever.
Hold on,
like,
wait
you
a
know what I
minute.
mean?
The front 3 went to Chelsea and all of them scored.
Yes, that's right.
Why are we even thinking of changing?
Exactly.
Well, yeah, there's that. You know.
Because you love Martinelli.
No, I
Put
do
your
love-
missus in there then, you know what I mean?
I do love Martinelli, but but at the end of the day, I like Smith Rowe, I like Saka.
And you can't have them all, can you?
Can't have them all.
I'd have Smith Rowe in there. Great goal by him the other night.
Brilliant.
Again, he's going to be hungry.
Yeah.
And like you said, you've got Martinelli that you can bring on later on if it ain't going
needed.
right.
Yeah.
You've got Lacazette as well that you can bring on as well.
Yes, that's true.
We shall see.
We shall see. Yeah.
Let's
Yep.
see if Mikel is brave.
Yeah, well, we're about 5 minutes away from knowing what the team's going to be, and it's
Right.
going to be really interesting.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to be really honest with you now. If Xhaka ain't in it, I'm panicking. That's how important he is.
Yeah,
at this
there is
moment
that.
in time. If he
Someone's
is
about
injured,
that rumour. I hope he's not injured.
What was supposed to be wrong with him?
I don't
Well, let's
know.
hope-
I don't
let's
know.
hope.
Just somebody in the chat put that, but we
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah,
we don't
well-
know.
I don't listen to that.
Just before we get into, because we'll find out in about 5 minutes, the rumours about Gabriel Jesus. Or Jesus. Jesus coming
Jesus.
to
No,
Arsenal.
I think it's Jesus. I think that's how you say it.
Jesus coming to Arsenal. There's a
Jesus. I don't think Robbie. I don't think his name is. There's only one Jesus. There's only one Jesus.
right. Now, what do you think of that? What do you think if he came to Arsenal? Would you be happy with that?
I wouldn't be. I don't think
There's a lot
it'd
of talk that could be a deal.
I'm not excited.
that wouldn't be a bad shout because
No,
he's got
well,
experience.
there you go, Lon.
He's got. It wouldn't be a bad shout. But by the way, let me say I agree with the judge. He said that Manchester United will score loads of goals. They can score loads of own goals, though, so that's fine. I agree with you there. I don't know what's up with the judge today. I think it's maybe the work he's got on, man. Are you okay, Judge?
Jermaine Johnson says Jesus cannot save Arsenal. He says.
No, that's right. But
He ain't.
that's right. But
Let's be honest.
Jesus could save you.
Jesus.
I look at it now, right?
Jesus can save you, though.
You said earlier on, like, you know, he, as a backup striker, he'd be really good at Arsenal. But he's a backup striker at Man City. He's not going to come as a backup striker at Arsenal. You know.
Well, I don't think he's an out-and-out striker. I think he's another
not.
one of these
So,
sort of.
you know, but of course,
Well,
I think there's links because obviously Mikel's worked with him and all that, like, you know.
I get the feeling though that if he came in, I think he'd be all right. You know,
I think he'd be good.
I'd be
He's
all right.
he's
with
exactly
that.
the sort of player
As
we
long
want.
as that's not.
Play,
If
exactly, play with
if
what-
that's
to
the
play where?
signing,
To play
if
where?
that's the
Down the
striker
middle.
signing, then I'll be like, nah. But if he's coming in and then we're bringing in
he's
other.
also coming into his prime.
I'll be honest, I would prefer Martinelli to be the one to go down
Yeah.
the middle than Jesus or Jesus or whatever. his
Jesus.
name is.
But he can
Jesus.
play in different positions up front, so it gives us that
Yeah, it does give
versatility.
it,
And he's coming into his prime. I think he's 25, 26 now.
Yeah.
So he's had a really
Maybe
good.
a decent signing, to be fair.
Well, it depends how much.
I think
as
he'd
well.
be good. I do.
I see 25
What do you
minutes.
want about the
25
money?
minutes.
So, what has that got to do with it?
What it's got to do with it is we are a business. There is a certain amount of money involved, and it's the reality. It's the reality. We don't have the kind of money that Newcastle have got.
Let's hope,
the kind of money that
let's hope Man City put an £80 million bid in, like say, so we don't get him then. Like,
Well,
you know.
I don't know what's up with the judge today, man.
Well,
The judge, he asked a question, he answered you. You didn't ask
I
the
didn't
question,
even have a
did you?
chance to answer
It's
it
a
properly.
business.
It is a
That's
business.
a typical him, isn't it? Like,
It is a business.
What's wrong with
That's
the
the
judge?
reality of our situation.
It's a football club.
It's a football
knows
club.
that.
That is a business.
All right, let me do a couple more super chats here. TGT says Arteta needs to make sure the ball goes to Odegaard. He will serve the front three and the victory.
let's
WeView
hope so.
Sports says Robbie,
player.
the Owen Odegaard is pronounced like Ozil.
You shouldn't-
That's what
you
I heard
shouldn't
about
pronounce
that, actually.
the two together.
Odegaard. Yeah, I've
True
heard
Gunners
actually.
TV says it's amazing how one performance against Chelsea can give you fans so much confidence.
It wasn't
Why
one
that-
performance.
It's not one
Hold
performance
on,
for me.
hold on, bloody hell.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ, man.
We've got the judges.
Jesus.
We've got the judges.
Don't write United off. It wouldn't surprise me to see Ronaldo suing all over the Emirates. Would be typical
Well-
of Arsenal.
well, the
right?
thing is,
So
let me-
and he is right. We can't take that for granted.
Robbie,
And next one, Yait says Gab Jesus is in an ideal situation with plenty of service at City.
Yes.
He won't be half as productive, and he's now in our team. That's if he comes. We need an elite striker. We do need an elite striker, but
That's true.
I would not be against if he came in, because remember,
And at 25 million.
there's going to be no Lacazette. There's going to be no
Possibly.
Yeah, that's
Eddie
true.
Nketiah, you know,
we need someone, don't we?
we're going to need
We do need some
strikers.
strikers.
But Robbie, let me go back to what's that Manchester United fan's name? Don't start come out. I don't know what all this is.
No, he was an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
He's an
he
Arsenal
said,
fan.
But he said that one performance against Chelsea. I said we're going. I said we're going to win that. My confidence is for us every game. So you know what I mean. You can't level that at me. I'm confident.
No,
Yeah,
I
and
have to
it's-
say that. You know,
it's-
what I mean,
it's
you
also-
are Ty. You are positive.
I'm always positive.
But if you look at what this guy says, it says one performance.
Exactly.
And there was something that you
It's not
said.
one performance.
That it got us back to where we were at. It did get us back. Those 3 games were our blip. That wasn't our
Yes.
normal over the season.
Yes, that's
so
true.
it hasn't.
we've had a few blips.
Yeah, it's not as if we've had.
Blip, blip.
We've
Quite a
had
few
3, I
blips.
think.
There
We've
it is.
had 3 main ones.
You know, the
Right,
pitch
listen,
is
I've got
nice.
the team.
All
I
right,
have
go on.
the Arsenal team
Come on.
to play Manchester United today.
Come on.
So here we go with it. Hold on. Let me
Let
just,
Owen go.
No, listen, don't
No.
win against.
It is
Villa
Aaron
Women.
Ramsdale in goal, Cedric, Ben
Thank you.
White, Gabriel, Nuno Tavares,
Okay.
Granit Xhaka, so
Yes.
that rumour
Yeah.
was not true.
El Neni.
El Neni,
Yeah.
Saka, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, and Eddie Nketiah.
Come on.
All right, so that is the team. On the bench is Leno. Tomiyasu's on the bench.
Oh, great.
Holding, Swanson, Lokonga,
Zach.
Aziz, Pepe,
Miguel.
Martinelli, and Lacazette.
Okay.
Half decent
exactly what
bench
we
as well.
wanted.
That is a
Right, so
what about
that-
United?
I said Cedric would come in. I did call that.
Yeah, you
you
did.
did call that, yeah.
Yep, I'm just looking for the United team now. Haven't got the United one yet, but what do you guys think of that team?
I think
That's exactly what we wanted.
that's what we wanted, and I think that's hopefully the team that will win.
Well, what you wanted. I'm happy with it, you know what I mean? Like,
You're happy?
Yeah.
Even though Eddie started.
I feel that, you know, at the end of the day, we had to. It's a good decision to go back to the right back situation. It's a bit harsh on Rob Holding, if I'll be
it is a
honest.
bit harsh, yeah.
But that's professional football. That's what it's not about keeping everybody happy.
No.
It's about getting the 3 points.
Yeah.
And he's done that, like, you know. So, and listen, look, I'm not going to argue with the Eddie one going up. So he's banged in 2 goals.
He has. So he's going to be on fire.
But I just want to say, when Martinelli scores, sometimes he gets left out.
True, that's very
That
true.
is- no, that's a very
great
good
shout. Right, I do have the Manchester United team as well. So in goal is De Gea, Lindelof, Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Varane. So Varane returns. Darlow, Sancho, Alex Telles is back in, Matic, Elanga, and McTominay. That's no. You see there, no Maguire in the starting lineup.
Is he on the bench?
Henderson, Bailly, Jones, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Lingard, Mata, Garnacho, and Rashford. So they've made quite a few changes, but the big
They've
one,
got a
of
couple
course.
players out.
Yeah, but the big change, of course, is
Fred's not
Ronaldo
playing.
coming back in. No Fred, and I know
no
people.
Fred.
I know
He's
people
decent.
have
He's played
spoken
really well
about,
against us, haven't they?
mocked Fred and stuff like that. To me, he's been one of their best players this season. When he plays in, I remember a couple of weeks ago, I went up to Man United. I did something on their channel, and I was talking to Wes Brown, and Wes Brown was actually saying that he goes, despite that guy gets mocked, all their best performances come when he's in the team.
I quite like Fred.
Is he
So-
injured or dropped?
Prefer Wilmer.
He's
but Fred's
injured.
all right.
He's injured at the moment. So that's the United team. Obviously, Varane back in there. Varane and Lindelof, which I think a lot of United fans, I think a lot of Arsenal fans would have liked to have seen Maguire still in there, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, like, because he's a decent player,
And they've
Maguire,
got,
but he's losing
Matic in
confidence,
there.
isn't he?
He must be getting on a bit now.
Well, the midfield's something that can be got at because that's a midfield of Matic,
Tommy.
McTominay. You know what I mean? It's not, and I guess Bruno Fernandes.
In the hole.
He's the captain, by the way. So.
How is it?
But listen, they've got attacking threats in Elanga. You know what I mean?
Sancho, they've got decent.
Yep, they brought in Darlow and Telles, so that suggests that they might be a bit more dynamic with the wing backs. But yeah, that's the Man United team.
But front three is as good as our front three.
Well, it's better than our front three because it's got
Yeah,
Ronaldo in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's 37.
He is, but
He's 37, but he's so what? Look how many goals you've forgotten how many goals he's scored.
He's scored goals. He
Yeah,
has
so
scored goals,
what
but he-
difference does it make he's 37?
look at this, look.
I love
You know
it.
what I mean? He could be 97. You know what I mean? If he scored that many goals, he done that.
He has to.
I
He has to be. He has to be slowed
that
down a
for
little bit.
Yeah, well, he hasn't
But I
slowed down.
love that.
Yeah.
They're showing the Martin Keown.
When he jumped on
Van
Ruben
Nistelrooy.
cheat himself. What a lovely piece of history. Great. Great. Fantastic. Loved it.
Another super chat here. Paul Surin says, not sure about Cedric. Should have kept the same 11 against Chelsea.
No,
Man
no,
United
no,
will
change
expose the
formation.
flags like Brighton did and Palace did. Actually, I thought that despite that, in those games, it was actually Cedric was one of the better players.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, listen, it was horses for courses for the way we played against Man United. If you think about it, went to a back three at first and changed it after a little while. I think at the end of the day, the best thing to do was, the way we're going to get into this game is full-backs bombing on. And that means you've got the two central defenders doing their job and the two central midfielders sitting in there and doing their job.
Hudson says, a question for all you guys. Aside from Cristiano Ronaldo, which one of their players would fit into our team, if any? Well, listen, to me, they've got a lot of quality players, man. I mean, I know they're off form, but Bruno Fernandes
probably
is quality, Varane's quality,
get in Bruno.
I wouldn't have
Sancho's
Bruno
quality.
over
Yeah, who would you
Odegaard at the
replace
moment.
it? No. Yeah, you wouldn't replace
No, but you wouldn't.
Fernandes with any of that.
At the
you wouldn't
moment,
put
yeah,
him in.
but
You
listen,
wouldn't,
if
but he's
the
still player.
on-form Bruno, you probably say he's better than Odegaard. Let's be real. Remember his record when he first came in.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, but he hasn't
so
done
you
that
can't.
for
Yeah, he hasn't done
Yeah,
that.
he hasn't.
this season.
He's been poorly
He's
off
been,
form.
He's been there 2 seasons, hasn't he?
He's
2.5.
He's been but he's scored a lot of goals. He's been badly off form. I think
I wouldn't take any of their players.
No.
Not even Ronaldo.
I'll take Ronaldo.
I'll take
So would I.
Ronaldo.
Up front
I'll
at the
take
moment.
Ronaldo at 27, not 37.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you
He's
take
still
Ronaldo?
scoring the goals. You wouldn't have Varane?
I prefer Martinelli.
No, would you have Ronaldo now though? That's not the answer, Judge. Would you have Ronaldo now?
Varane.
No, not at 37.
You
I
would
wouldn't
turn down Ronaldo?
I wouldn't have Ronaldo at 37. I think he's a fantastic player, but I don't think he does. He is a problem. As good as
On
he
the
is
free,
for,
on the free.
on
a free.
No, if you let me finish. He is a great player for Manchester United when they've got the ball, but I think he's also their weakness when they haven't got the ball. And I think that you know, for me, I don't think I would take him for that reason.
We really got to get at them today. We've got to do like what we did against
Good
Chelsea.
answer, Judge.
We've got to get at them
full of them,
today.
mate. I'm full of them.
If we
You're
are to
full
win
of
this
something,
game.
that's for sure.
Let me start getting some predictions of guys. Predictions.
Well, I'll go with my tried and trusted 2-0 to us, hopefully.
It's a waste of time, Arsene.
It's just a waste of time.
He says it every single game.
I said 2-0. We won 4-2
Stick
against
a picture
Chelsea.
in there, you won't hear from him, like.
Yeah. The Judge. So go on then, Judge.
What about you?
I'm going for 2-1. I think that it's going to be a real tough game.
Yeah,
and I think that we just nick it, but I don't think defensively we're quite good enough to keep a clean sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think for us, the first goal is so crucial. If you look at this season, I think it's like 88% of the time we've gone 1-0 down, we've lost. We can't seem to get it back. The only game that I recall that we've come back from is the Wolves game.
Yeah.
So everything else, if we go 1-0 down, that's almost it for us. So if you've got players of the level of Ronaldo that can nick a goal quite easily, I think we'll be in trouble. So it's all on that first goal. If we get that first goal, I think it'll be very tight today. I think we'll win it 1-0. If they get that first goal, I actually think we'll lose 2-1.
Okay.
I'm going to go for 3-1. I think I do think it's going to be a tough game. I really do, but I just feel that if we play, I think the spirit that we're going to get from the other night
is big.
I'm expecting a fast start from Arsenal.
Yeah.
And I feel that if we do get that first goal, I see a few. But the unfortunate thing is, I'm with Lee in that I don't think we're good enough to keep a clean sheet at the back. But I do feel that I am really hoping that this Arsenal team are going to be like what they were the other night, which is rampant, and just get right up in their faces, really high tempo. Because I think if we do that, I'm not sure if United are going to be able to live with that, because they're in a place right now, United, where, I think there's some of the players in their team kind of given up. I watched their game the other day against Liverpool, and, even for me, as a person who dislikes United, I was shocked at how bad they were, because there was no effort.
Yeah, but
there was no effort. It doesn't matter. You're playing Liverpool. When we played Liverpool the other day, they're a much better team than us. They beat us. We made a couple of errors, but for a time, we were giving them a real proper game, right?
And up to the end,
we lost 4-0. We lost 4-0.
Yeah, but
we did lose 4-0 to. But
we did. For the first 43 minutes, we were with them.
Players just walking around at United. So I appreciate the United. They've shaken it up. They've brought in some different players. They have shaken up the lineup today. So hopefully they'll be thinking that will give them a bit of a boost. Maybe. But I just fancy us today. I really do. I think we cannot afford to lose this game. We cannot afford to draw. This is a must-win. We've got to win this game today. If we win this game today, we can afford to draw. But if we win this game today, it's advantage Arsenal in the race. We knock them out of the race as well, I feel, for the top four. Yeah. Sachiv says 2-0 to Arsenal. But don't be overconfident, Ty, he says.
I'm never overconfident, but I'm confident. You don't be overconfident.
FP goes 3-1 to Arsenal. George Venables goes 1-1. Movie Clip Vault goes 2-1 to Arsenal. Let's hope so. 4-0 says 2 Black. Playman says 3-2 to Arsenal.
Yeah, we'll take that.
2-1 says Arto Mead. JM says 2-1, but he goes to United. And Z's goes 3-2 to United.
You wish.
Another person here, Jersey Heard Me, goes 2-2. 3-1 to Arsenal, says Lewis Brown. Silly goes 3-2 to Arsenal. And Kumaran 2-1 excuse me, to Arsenal.
So.
And so lots of predictions coming in there.
And you notice now all those predictions, a lot more Arsenal saying now we're going to win, and that is because of the game against Chelsea.
Chelsea,
100%.
If we hadn't beaten Chelsea or drawn with Chelsea, there'd be, I don't know.
Yeah.
Apart from me, obviously.
You're a freak of
Ozef
nature.
says,
In a good way. In a good way.
In a very good way. But what I'm saying, so like that
always think
result
Arsenal
has
win.
give the fans confidence. Hopefully, it's give the players confidence.
Absolutely.
Ozef says, I feel like Arsenal should try and purchase Hakimi from PSG.
For how much?
Because I know that he wants out. Tomiyasu is too
How do you know? How do you know he wants out?
on both
But how do you know that?
And plus, he'd be very, very, very expensive if he did want out.
But how does he know that?
Paul Serene says,
sorry.
we're much better team unit than them, but the first goal would be crucial, one for the game and one for our confidence. And you made a great point, Julian, about that first goal. I think it is going to be absolutely massive on who gets that. This guy here, Perth Luxury, says, if Man United wins, Ty has to sing Glory, Glory, Man United. Well,
Yeah, of course.
I think you've got no chance with that.
Of course. And if we win, you have to put on a Man City shirt. How about that?
Anyway, listen.
Or a Liverpool shirt. How about that?
Once again, I want to thank the guys from Fireway Pizza. Don't forget to use the code AFTV20 and you can get 20% off of any of their pizzas countrywide today, right? AFTV20 is going to be a delivery of pizzas coming into the studio for the watch along. We're all going to be at the game, so we're going to miss out on it. But like we said, we'll get one after the game. They've made this.
When they win.
Are we going to be at the game? Are we going to be at the game?
They've made this special Gunners pizza today. It's a special Gunners themed pizza that's available at the. You can get that from the Holloway.
And if that Cecil sends me a photo of it, I'm going to kill him.
But they will be delivering them here just before kick-off for the Match Day Live, which you guys have got to check out. Charlene's in the building as well, Turkish. Lee, you know what I mean?
No, I
No, not you, it's the other Lee.
Oh, right.
Shoot, no.
Right, pizza Lee, is it like that? I mean, one's going to eat all my pizza.
All your pizza, it's yours.
I was told, I've not even had, now I've got to go to the cafe now and get a bacon sarnie. It's an absolute joke.
Poor you, Joe, poor you.
I'm sure they'll hook you up after the game, right?
Well, hopefully, me as well.
Let's for the final time, just do me run through the teams again. I'm going to give you let me give you the Man United team first. That's De Gea in goal, Lindelof, Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Varane is back, Darlow, Sancho, Alex Telles, Matic, Elanga and McTominay. The big news for United, of course, is no Maguire and no Rashford in that starting lineup. That is the Man United team. And the Arsenal lineup is Ramsdale in goal. Looks like we've gone back to a back four of Cedric, Ben White, Gabriel and Nuno Tavares. Granit Xhaka and El Neni in midfield with Martin Odegaard. And then up front, Saka, Smith Rowe and Eddie Nketiah. On the bench is Leno. Tomiyasu is back in the squad, so it's great to see him back on the bench. Holding, Swanson, Lokonga, Aziz, Nicola Pepe, Martinelli and Alexander Lacazette. That is the Arsenal team to play and the Man United team for the game today. This guy called Nicholas says, forget the haters, Ty is my guy. Arsenal 2-1.
I don't worry about the haters, they worry about me, thank you.
Want to thank you guys, thank you Ty.
Thank you,
thank
Robbie,
you Lee, thank you Julian. Myself, we're all going to be heading down to the game now. Don't forget, after the game, we will be speaking to fans outside the stadium and getting their view on how it's gone. Hopefully, it's a massive win for Arsenal, so let's hope for that. But we'll be speaking to fans outside the game. Also, don't forget to check out the Match Day Live watch along, where of course we want as many of you involved as possible. And after the game in full time, we give you a chance to send your videos in, letting us know how you felt about the performance as well. Hopefully it's 3 points. This is a huge game for Arsenal. This could shape what happens for the rest of the season. This could really sort of give us belief that we can get into the top four this season. Thanks for watching. Big up to the guys from Fireway Pizza. Don't forget to use that code AFTV20 for your 20% off. The link's in the description as well. And come on, you Gunners, man. Let's get those 3 points.
Come on, Arsenal. Come on,